Thank you, Scotty. Now that my paper is completely crinkled, and I can't read it from laughing so hard. A kindergarten student told his teacher he'd found a cat, but it was dead. "How do you know that the cat was dead?" she asked her student. "Because I pissed in its ear and it didn't move," answered the child innocently. "You did what?" the teacher exclaimed in surprise. "You know," explained the boy. "I leaned over and went, psst, and it didn't move." A little girl was talking to her teacher about whales. The teacher said it was physically impossible for a whale to swallow a human because even though it was a very large mammal, its throat was very small. The little girl stated that Jonah was swallowed by a whale. Irritated, the teacher reiterated that a whale could not swallow a human. It was physically impossible. The little girl said, "When I go to heaven, I will ask Jonah." The teacher asked, "What if Jonah went to hell?" The little girl replied, "Then you ask him." She wasn't in my cover. Good evening, brothers and sisters. I address you as such because I see each of you as my brother and sister. Though my remarks are mainly aimed towards my fellow cohort members under the direction of Tom Buchanan, they are applicable and beneficial to everyone here tonight, for in many different ways and settings, we are all teachers. It has been a tremendous blessing and honor to be able to journey with you during these past 10 months. We have had many moments that challenged us, frustrated us, and even annoyed us. But we had each other. Without each other, we could have never overcome the many obstacles that presented themselves. There were many times, at least for me, when I relied heavily upon the strengths of others. Gretchen. And now that we are here together tonight, we celebrate the fact that we have prepared to begin to embark on an even greater journey and adventure. As many of you know and agree, teaching is not a right or just another job. Teaching is a calling, a privilege. We will soon have the responsibility and power to motivate, influence, and inspire our students to reach their full potential in order to make a positive difference in their own lives and the lives of the people within their communities. A former slave, George Washington Carver, who went on to become a scientist, botanist, educator, and inventor during the late 1800s and early 1900s, once said that education is the key to unlock the golden door of freedom. Though Mr. Carver had every injustice and oppression to deny him an education, he sacrificed all he had to become educated. What motivated him? When all the world was telling him, "No, you can't," a kind and strange woman simply told him, "You must learn all you can. Then go back out into the world and give your learning back to the people." There are many students that need our guidance and support. When a lot of the world will be telling our students what they can and can't do, we need to be their biggest fan and advocate, cheering them on to be the best that we and God know they can be. What we gained here at George Fox can be easily summed up by a quote from Al McGuire, a famous basketball coach in the 1960s and 70s. Quote, "I think everyone should go to college and get a degree, and then spend 6 months as a bartender and 6 months as a cab driver. Then they would really be educated." End quote. The real world, what's actually happening outside of the classroom, is what really matters. At George Fox, we have had not only lots of classroom discussion about theory, but we have had real live experiences putting into practice proven and tested strategies that will prepare us to be the best teachers who will also provide real, relevant knowledge to our own students. Most importantly, we have put our whole focus on the students. Thank you.
Thank you, Scotty and David. Wow, I heard passion. I love it. And humor. That's good too.